Hello, learners. Welcome to Unacademy, India's largest e learning platform. Let's crack Class 12 CBSE Commerce together. My name is Simran Bajaj, and I'm currently pursuing my law degree from Amity University Amity Law School, Uttar Pradesh, and I have a teaching experience of around 2 years, having taught students of classes 11 and 12 from the CBSE background, and I hold certifications in advanced contract drafting as well as one in cyber laws. You can use my promo code Simran10 that is given at the bottom of the slide to purchase your Unacademy subscription, and you can avail a 10% discount. Right? So I'll start off by telling you what an Unacademy subscription holds for you. So Unacademy is India's largest learning platform, where you get unlimited access to our live and recorded content. Uh, and the content is delivered by India's best educators. So go subscribe to Unacademy and don't forget to use the promo code Simran10. So, an Unacademy subscription gives you an access to our daily live classes. So, in these live classes, you can chat with your educator, you can engage in discussions, you can ask your doubts, and you can answer polls, all this while the class is going on. So, it makes the entire process of learning very interactive and it gives you a real time experience. You also get free live classes where, for example, you purchase a subscription for business studies, you get other commerce subjects like economics, English, maths, etc. for free at the same cost. So you don't have to pay extra for any of these subjects. Then Unacademy also offers live tests and quizzes which help you evaluate your preparation with our regular mock tests, and you can get a detailed analysis of your academic performance throughout. Then the courses that are offered on Unacademy, they are structured in line with your exam syllabus. Hari, this is a business studies class, staffing. I'm going to discuss today the concept of staffing. Okay, so the courses that are offered on an academy, they are structured in line with your exam syllabus and they help you prepare for your exams in the best manner. Then you get an unlimited access to all our live and recorded content, which you can watch from the comfort of any of your devices. So, talking of the Unacademy subscription, if you have a look at the subscription plans, you see that a 1 month subscription costs you 2500 and a 3 month subscription costs you 5625 after discount, which makes it 1875 rupees a month. Then, if we talk about the 6 month subscription, it costs you 9000 after discount, and that makes the per month cost 1500 rupees. Then if we talk about the 12-month subscription, this is the most economical deal because this ideally costs you rupees 12500 but has been reduced to 11250 rupees, which makes the per month cost at 938 rupees a month. So 938 rupees for all your subjects. So you get everything under one roof. So let's start today's class, students. So in today's class, I will be talking about staffing, chapter 6, part 1. So the topics that I have covered in this video is basically an introduction to the topic. So I will be explaining the concept of staffing and what else we are going to be looking forward to in this chapter. So starting off with the concept, with the meaning of staffing. So when we talk about staffing, uh, staffing is the function that is succeeded by organizing in the management cycle. So once planning has been done and the selection of the organizational structure has been done, the next step is to fill the various positions that were created as a part of your organizing process, right? So when we talk about staffing, it involves putting people to the jobs, right? Filling the various job positions in an organization. So when we talk about staffing, it is associated with the workforce planning, and it includes different other functions like recruitment, selection, training, development, promotion, compensation, performance appraisal of the workforce. So in simple words, staffing is that part of the process of management which is concerned with obtaining, utilizing, and maintaining a satisfactory workforce in an organization. So this is the definition, right? So when we talk about staffing today, it involves any combination of employees, including daily wagers, consultants, contract employees, right? So when we talk about staffing, it includes hiring all these people, be it daily wagers, be it consultants, be it your contract employees, etc. So staffing basically recognizes the importance of every single person in an organization. Staffing is associated with realizing the importance of every single person in an organization. So, when we talk about staffing, it focuses on the importance of each individual in an organization, as it focuses on an individual workers who is the ultimate performer. So staffing has been described as that managerial function which involves filling and keeping filled the various positions in an organizational structure, and this is achieved by identifying your requirement of the workforce, followed by recruitment, selection, placement, promotion, appraisal, development of personnel. All this is the entire process of staffing, and this is the process that we use to fill the roles designated into the organizational structure. So in a new enterprise, the staffing function allows the planning and the organizing functions. So after deciding what is to be done and how will it be done, and after the selection of a proper organizational structure, the management is the management simply comes in a position to know the human resource requirements of the enterprise at various levels in an organization. So once the number and the types of personnel to be selected is determined, the management starts with the activities which are associated with your staffing, which are associated with filling the various job positions in an organization. So this involves recruitment, selection, and training, very basically. So recruitment, I don't think this color is visible. Recruitment selection, and training. So these are the three main aspects of your staffing function. Fine. I hope there is no doubt so far. कोई doubt नहीं है. So कोई definition से related doubt कुछ staffing के मतलब में, if you need any clarity, please ask me. For students who are in the class waiting for a response. चलो, no doubt so far. So we will move to the need for the staffing function. So the need in any organization, when we talk about staffing, the need for people to perform work is the very basic thing that happens in an organization. So the staffing function of management, it fulfills this requirement of being work performed, and it simply wants to find the right people for the right job. Right people for the right job. So this is what staffing is simply associated with, right? So when we talk about staffing, it is involved with allocating the right people to the right job. So basically, staffing fills the various positions in an organizational structure, the various job positions that are created in the organizational structure. They are filled by this process of staffing. So since the right people have been chosen, they have to be chosen while selecting a person, the human element is very important. So when we talk about the need for staffing, staffing provides the human element or the human instinct while we select a person. So human element, ठीक है. So since we talk about the human element, staffing is what provides us this human element or this instinct which we say while you are selecting a person for a particular job position. So what does this human element involve? This human element involves the attitude, the aptitude, the commitment, the loyalty. These are certain qualities that are a part of the human element, which are important qualities perceived by the organization. So it is also considered to be a specialized area and a theory of knowledge um, that has a lot of subject matter associated with it. So researches on various aspects of staffing, such as recruitment, selection, and the compensation and the incentives, the training and development, all this can be utilized for better results. So there is a very dire need for when we talk about the staffing function, right? So when we talk about the importance of people in an organization, the importance of staffing. So when we talk about staffing, the human resource is the foundation of any business. Human resource is the foundation of any business. ठीक है तो uh, when we talk about human resource as the foundation of a business, the right people in an organization can help you take your business to the very top. But on the other hand, if you are employing wrong people, this can break your business. This can break your business. Just give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry for this interruption. So we were talking about the importance of your staffing function. So we have talked about the human element, and I was telling you about the various the main points of importance of staffing. So when we talk about employing the right people for the right job, uh, you can say that it is the right people who take your business to the top. So staffing is a very fundamental and a very you can say it is a very critical function. It is a very critical drive of the organization's performance. So the staffing function has assumed a greater importance these days because there has been a lot of advancement in terms of technology. There has been an increase in the size of the organization over time, and the complicated behavior of human beings is what plays a very important role in the staffing function. So human resources are the most important asset of any organization. So the ability of an organization to achieve its goals directly depends uh, upon the the quality of its human resource, the quality of the employees that it has as a part of its organization. So we can say that no organization can be successful unless unless it is able to fill its various job positions, and keeping these positions filled is what is the part of your staffing function. I hope there is no doubt so far. Students who have joined in, I hope there is no doubt so far. We have talked about the concept, we have talked about the need for staffing function, and I'm moving on to the importance. तो अभी तक कोई डाउट है आपको, कुछ समझना है फिर से? प्लीज़ राइट येस और नो इन द चैट बॉक्स. कोई डाउट है, किसी टॉपिक पे क्लैरिटी चाहिए? आई सी 4 students in my class right now, so please tell me, any of you, if there is any doubt, if you need any clarity. Okay, Om, no doubt. Very good. I'm happy to see you in the class. So, the next topic that I am going to talk about is the importance of the staffing function. So, this is how I like to go about in my class. Let me first complete the topic. You keep noting down your doubts. At the end of every topic, I will ask you if you have any doubts. So, I'm starting with the function of, the importance of the staffing function. So far we have seen that people in an organization are the foundation of any business, and how important it is for employing the right people for the right job in an organization, because it is the people in an organization upon whom the organization depends for its success. So, when we talk about the importance for the staffing function or the need of the staffing function, we realize that it helps in discovering and obtaining a competent personnel for the various job positions. Now, when we talk about the competent job personnel, This is simply associated with finding the right people for the right job. Now, what do we understand by competent? Competent का मतलब है कि अगर आप किसी एम्प्लॉय को अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एक जॉब पोजीशन के लिए रखना चाहते हैं, so you have to make sure that that particular employee possesses the right skill set, the right qualifications, and the caliber to perform that particular job very rightly. So the staffing function helps in discovering and obtaining the right people um, for the right job, depending upon the skill set that they have, depending upon the qualities that they possess, depending upon the qualifications that they possess, and their caliber to perform a particular job. Okay, then the second point of importance is that it makes for higher performance. Now, staffing function makes for higher performance. This is also associated with your first point, because if you will have the right person performing a particular task, having a particular skill set, then you can see that particular person will put his best efforts. He or she will put his knowledge to the best kind of use in that organization, so it will obviously increase the performance. For example, if you have a sales department in your organization and you want to employ a salesperson, कोई ऐसा इंसान जो आपका product बेच पाए, right? A salesman you want to employ for selling your products. So you will have a list of qualities कि हाँ, मेरे सेल्समैन में जिसे मैं एम्प्लॉय करना चाहता हूँ उसमें ये क्वालिटीज होने चाहिए, right? So if that particular person possesses the right kind of knowledge with respect to your product, that person should have good communication skills, good convincing power आपके customer को convince करने के लिए. So obviously if a person who specializes in all this is deployed for that particular job, it will increase the performance. It makes for higher performance because you're putting the right person to the right job. I hope there is no doubt in the first and second point of importance, competent personnel and increasing performance. इसमें कोई doubt नहीं है for all the 5 students who have joined in. Tell me if there is any doubt. Okay, तो फिर आगे मूव करते हैं. The third point says that it ensures the continuous survival. Okay, no doubt. Very good, Rishabh. Chalo, the third point says it ensures a continuous survival and growth of the organization throughout. So अब अगर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ऐसे लोग हैं जो उस परफेक्ट पर्टिकुलर जॉब पोजीशन के लिए परफेक्ट हैं, सो ऑब्वियसली इट विल इंश्योर दैट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज अटेन्ड अ मार्केट स्टैंडिंग. सर्वाइवल का मतलब है मार्केट स्टैंडिंग. So the people in that very organization who are putting in their individual efforts, putting in their right efforts, it will ensure that the organization survives for a longer period in the market, and it also grows. It also widens its prospects, and through the succession planning of managers. So succession planning का मतलब होता है, ऑब्वियसली वन पर्सन. जब आप एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ज्वाइन करते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू एज स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो, इफ यू टेक एडमिशन इन अ स्कूल, you are increasing in terms of your growth. You are successively going to higher standards. When you talk about classes, you join from class 1 and you go up to class 12. So this is the succession planning in any organization as well, in any formal setup as well. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक इंसान है कोई भी पर्सन है, if he starts from the scratch, if he starts from the very basic post in an organization, he would want to grow, right? He would want to widen his own prospects while contributing to the growth of the organization. So succession planning of managers, when we talk about, so managers also need to be promoted successfully, they also need to grow. So succession planning is also a part of your staffing फंक्शन. ये सक्सेशन प्लानिंग, सर्वाइवल और ग्रोथ, इन तीनों टर्म्स में कोई डाउट तो नहीं है, कुछ नहीं पूछना है? बताएं अगर कोई डाउट है, ये सक्सेशन प्लानिंग नहीं समझ आया, सर्वाइवल कैसे होता है या ग्रोथ कैसे होता है नहीं समझ में आया है तो बताएं. Okay, so I'll move to the next topic, sorry, the next point, which says that staffing function helps to ensure optimum utilization of resources. Now, when we talk about optimum utilization of resources, of human resource, अब optimum utilization of human effort कैसे होता है? Because when you employ a person to an organization, you have to check for the skill set that a particular person possesses. So you have to see whether you are employing the right person for the right job position, and if you are employing the particular person to a right job position, it will ensure an optimum utilization of his skill set, of his knowledge. So by avoiding overmanning, overmanning क्या होता है? Overstaffing. Overmanning का मतलब होता है employing more people than you require. So if you will have more people in an organization than it is required, it will add to the underutilization of the knowledge, the skill set of the people in an organization, because a lot of people will be working in that particular organization and their efforts will be underutilized. At the same time, when we talk about overmanning and this entire process of staffing, it involves a cost of, in the process of recruitment, in the process of hiring people. So the high labor costs will be incurred by an organization. So when we talk about overmanning, it will lead to an underutilization of the efforts of the people, and it will also lead to a higher labor cost. So at the same time, when we talk about overmanning, there should also be no shortage, there should be no undermanning, no overmanning and no undermanning. Undermanning का मतलब है employing lesser people than what is required in an organization. So in order to avoid any disruption in the work, in order to avoid any hindrances in the process of the achievement of your organizational goals, in the fulfillment of the day-to-day activities, so it should be ensured that an optimum number of people in an organization are employed, which further is associated with the optimum utilization of the human resource of the people in an organization. So there should be no overmanning and there should also be no shortage of personnel. And then, when we talk about the last point, it improves job satisfaction and the morale of the employees through objective assessment and fair rewarding in their contribution. So, staffing is not only associated with hiring people, it is also associated with rewarding and assessing the performance of the people. So when the people in an organization, they are rewarded, they see that they are growing, as the organization grows, as they contribute towards the working of an organization, it gives them a satisfaction which is associated with associated with being a part of that organization. So this can be done through a fair rewarding system and an objective assessment. So I think we've discussed all the points of importance. कुछ और है जो पूछना है? इसमें से, इस टॉपिक में से, या अब तक जो भी डिस्कस किया है? Please tell me if there is any doubt. Om, Rishabh, Hari, whoever had joined the class, if you guys are still here with me, please tell me if there is any doubt, any further doubt. Okay, so to conclude this topic of importance, I have to say that the staffing function, like any other function of management, it needs to be performed very efficiently by the management in the organization, and you can simply conclude that if the right kind of employees are not available, it will lead to a wastage of materials, a wastage of time, a wastage of your effort and your energy, which will result in a lower productivity and a poor quality of your products. So the enterprise will not be able to sell out its products very profitably, and there will be a wastage of resources. So it is very important that the right kind of people are available to the enterprise in the right number and at the right time. So right kind of people with the in the right number at the right time. So this is what is very important, and these people should be given adequate training so that the wastage in an organization is bare minimum, and they must also be induced to show higher productivity and quality by offering them proper incentive. I hope there is no doubt so far. Should I move to the next topic? Chalo. I'll move to the next topic, talking about staffing and human resource management. Although I will be discussing this in detail, but since this is an introductory video, I am just giving you a gist of what is staffing and what is human resource management, and how these two concepts are different and how these two concepts at the same time are related. So when we talk about staffing, staffing is associated with employing the right people at the right places. It is also associated with filling and keeping filled the job positions in an organization, right? So this is what we understand by the meaning of staffing. But when we talk about human resource management, when we talk about human resource management, human resource management Human resource management is the process of recruiting, selecting, in it is associated with inducting the employees. It is associated with providing an orientation by imparting training, development of the employees, appraising them for their performance, and deciding a compensation and providing benefits. It is also associated with motivating the employees, maintaining a proper relation between the employees and trade unions and the management, and it also ensures that the employees are safely working in an organization, their welfare, and everything else. So, staffing is just associated with filling the job positions. But this aspect, human resource management, looks after the employee welfare, right? So it is a much wider concept. So human resource management is a much wider concept. So when we talk about human resource management, it involves the management functions like planning, organizing, directing, controlling, like any other management cycle. So, human resource management is a distinct function, it is a distinct area of specialization that an organization needs as a whole. So, when we talk about human resource management, it involves the procurement, development, maintenance of the human resource. It helps to achieve individual, organizational, and social objectives. Then the human resource management is, you can say, it is a multidisciplinary subject. This is because it includes the study of management, psychology, communication, economics, and sociology. So it is an outcome of a number of other disciplines. Then, human resource management is also associated with ensuring a team spirit, and it is a continuous process, right? So human resource management is often seen as a department, the human resource department in an organization, which handles the various aspects of the employees in an organization, and it has various functions like human resource planning, conducting a job analysis, the recruitment process, and conducting job interviews, selection of the people, orientation, training, compensation, providing benefits and the incentives, career planning, quality of work, employee discipline, then blackout of sexual harassment, human resource auditing, then your maintenance of the industrial relationship, looking after the welfare of employees. So there are n number of functions that the human resource department has to perform as a whole, right? So when we talk about the staffing function being associated with your um, historical rule of thumb for human resource staffing requirements, it is full of professional human resource people, and it says that people should be hired for every 100 employees. So all these theories have emerged out. So, when we talk about the importance of human resource, we see that behind the production of every product or service, there is a human mind. So, the human mind, the human effort, the man hours, the working hours are something that are crucial for production of every product or service. So, no product or service, you can say, can be produced without the help of a human being. So human being is a fundamental resource of every organization for making or constructing anything. So each organization should have a desire for skilled and competent people to make their organization the best and to achieve the organizational goals. So there are 5 M's of management. When we talk about the 5 M's of management, The first one is men, money, machine, machinery. Then there is materials and methods. So men is placed at the top of it. Man, human, people. They are the greatest resource of an organization, right? So when we talk about people, every man is different from another, and this is the only reason why human resource management is required. So human resource management, human resource as a field of management is meant for the proper utilization of the available skilled workforce, and it also is needed to make the efficient use of existing human resource in an organization. For example, in the present situation, the construction industry, when we talk about the construction industry, has been facing serious shortages of skilled workforce, and this reason behind it is the upgradation in the working process. The entire process of construction, the machinery that is being used is too high, so there are no skilled workforce available in the construction field. So it is expected, this shortage is expected to triple in the next decade from the present 30%, and the kind of impact, the negative impact it will have over the productivity of this sector uh, is what is the need of the hour. So many experts today, in when they talk about human resource management, they say that machines and technology are replacing human resource and they are minimizing the role of people in an organization. But machines and technology, they are built by humans only, right? We are the people who build these machineries, who create these machinery, or who create this technology, which is helping in the replacement of people in an organization. So machines and technology, they are built by people only, and they need to be operated by people, or at least monitored by people, because always there is a chance of an occurrence of fault in a machinery or technology. So uh, in this is the reason why companies are always in hunt for talent and skilled people, qualified people, for the continuous development of the organization. So humans are a crucial asset of any organization, even though today many tasks have been handed over to artificial intelligence, but the lack of judgment skills in terms of artificial intelligence cannot be matched with the human mind, right? So I hope यहाँ तक सब क्लियर है, कॉन्सेप्ट ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट और स्टाफिंग का पूरा क्लियर है. कोई डाउट है तो पूछ लो. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर 2 minutes. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर 2 minutes. Okay. So no queries received in the live chat. So I'll go over the staffing process. Obviously, I'm not discussing it in detail, but I'm telling you that the entire concept of your staffing process also requires the study of the staffing process. So what is included in the staffing process? In staffing, we have seen that it is associated with employing the right people for the right job, right? So this process of um, your process of um, staffing, it includes estimating the manpower requirements. It is associated with the number of people required in an organization, right? Then this is followed by recruitment. Now recruitment is associated with the recruitment is associated with searching for prospective employees. So estimating manpower requirements is associated with the number of people that are required. Then recruitment is associated with searching for prospective employees. Searching for prospective employees. Then it also involves stimulating these people to apply for the job in an organization, right? Then it is followed by the process of selection, which involves choosing from the available candidates, right? Then selection is followed by placement or an orientation, which involves joining the job, and it also involves being given a brief about the kind of the job that the person has signed up for. Then the last process is training and development, because training and development is important because it is associated with the growth of the employee and the organization. I hope this is clear. I will be discussing this in detail, in much detail. Chalo. Then there are certain aspects of staffing. Now, aspects of staffing are drawn from the process of staffing. So the first one is recruitment, selection, and training, right? So when we talk about your recruitment, uh, we will be discussing this in detail, but I'm giving you an overview. When we talk about recruitment, we will talk about the meaning of recruitment, followed by the sources of recruitment, There are internal sources and there are external sources. And when we talk about the internal sources, we will talk about what are the internal sources, the types of internal sources, and the types of external sources. Then we will talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of the internal recruitment. Then we'll talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of your external uh, sources of recruitment. Fine. Then this is all we are going to discuss in recruitment. Then this will be followed by your selection. So when we talk about selection, we will talk about the meaning of selection. We will talk about the selection process, right? Then we will talk about the importance of tests, importance of selection tests, which will be followed by yeah, I think this is all we are going to discuss in your um, selection. Then this will be followed by training and development. So when we talk about training and development, we'll talk about the meaning of training and development. Then we will talk about the need of training and development. Then we will talk about the benefits to the organization and to the employees, which will be followed by a difference between training and development. Then we will talk about training methods, which will include on the job methods and off the job methods. And this will bring us to the end of our chapter. So this is what we are going to discuss in organizing, and I've explained the entire concept of staffing to you. So this was about today's video, and in the next part I will be talking about I will be talking about your human resource management, part 2 of staffing at 1 p.m. on 2nd September 2020. I will be discussing about human resource management in detail, right? Please join into the tomorrow's session. It involves a discussion on an important topic. So this was about today. Thank you so much. You can post your queries, any questions, any suggestions, any feedback in the comments section, and I will try to respond to all your questions and queries. Thank you so much. Use my promo code Simran10 to purchase your Unacademy subscription, and you can avail a 10% discount. Thank you so much.